Right now, with school in full swing, a lot of parents are talking about COVID-19 testing. This week, Portland Public Schools started distributing consent forms for parents to opt in to weekly COVID-19 screen testing for their kids. Next week, the first batch of forms will be sent to OHSU. Then students whose families opted in are expected to get test kits in early October. Other area districts are working on similar plans.
My name is Corey Fish. I am a pediatrician and the chief medical officer at Brave Care.
Dr. Corey Fish says there are a number of factors behind the push to test kids for COVID.
The first one is that, the jury's still a little bit out with Delta. I think still the question hasn't been definitively answered about kids and are kids more susceptible. But what we're seeing without question is that there are more kids being affected, whether that's just because there's more cases overall or because it's, specifically worse for kids. I think people are still trying to wrap their head around it to figure out.
Another reason, simply because earlier in the pandemic, kids were at home. Now many are back in school. And of course, we're also approaching cold and flu season.
Unfortunately, there's just no great way in kids to tell the difference between COVID and now that we're getting into respiratory season with influenza and RSV and all of these other things that we see normally this time of year.
Ultimately, Fish hopes once a vaccine is approved for kids 5 to 11 years old, parents will decide to get it for their children.
1 in 20 kids who end up in the hospital with coronavirus will have very serious and potentially permanent neurologic complications. So it's if that's not enough motivation for folks to get the vaccine, I'm not sure what is.
Christine Pedawanich, KGW News.